Hey guys, so I am filming a very different video for you today, and it's also probably not one that you expect regarding the products I'm going to be talking about, but I'm here to talk about the Tom Ford Emotionproof Eye Colors. I ordered 7 of them, 5 of which are shimmers, 2 of which are matte. And I received them first thing yesterday, so I played around with them all day yesterday, seeing how long lasting they were, seeing whether they creased. And while I was playing with them, I had to admit to myself, I was like, these seem very familiar. So I started to take a closer look at the packaging, at the box that the eye colors came in, and I noticed that they were made in Canada. And I thought that was a little odd because most Tom Ford products are made in Italy. That was kind of like the light bulb that went off in my head, and I thought Canada for me equals MAC, and these to me really felt like MAC paint pots. And the reason why that was such a concern for me, well, for many reasons, but for me personally, I cannot use MAC paint pots. I used to use, not Painterly, the other one, Soft Ochre. Is that what it's called? Soft Ochre? The one that was more yellow. I used to use that as an eyeshadow primer, as an eyeshadow base, and I loved it, but it started to give me melia. And I didn't want to believe it, and I remember not using it for a while. My melia went away. I started using it again. It came back, and I thought, okay. These give me melia. Not really surprising. They're kind of thick, they're dense, they're a little bit drying. So I got rid of all my paint pots. So while I was playing with these, I thought, these kind of feel the same. And then the Made in Canada really tipped me off. So not having to dig very deeply, mind you, all I did was go online, look for MAC paint pot ingredients, and I compared them to the Tom Ford Emotionproof ingredients that are printed on the box. And they are 99% the same. I want to say all the way until the very, very end, does it change? Or like right in the middle, the Tom Ford one is like missing one ingredient, and even looking up that one ingredient, it seemed like a good ingredient. And I thought, well, 1, I don't want to put those on my eyes because they're going to give me melia. And 2, why are we paying $46 for 7 grams of this product when a MAC paint pot costs $22 for 5 grams? So that just got me really, really riled up. And the only other time I've made a video like this is when Tom Ford came out with those extreme shadows last summer. I tried those out. I tried them so many different ways, and I know I'm not the only one, but those eyeshadows were terrible. They didn't perform well. They were just really, really awful. And I could have then, and I could now just simply not make a video about it. But I just feel like, I feel really, really insulted by this choice that they made, because in the year 2019, it is so easy for us to gain the information that we need to compare formulas. All we need to do is look up the ingredients and see that they're virtually the same, like 99% the same. Even 5 years ago, it may have been difficult to kind of look things up. Information wasn't just pouring out on the internet and here on YouTube about makeup and about beauty products. So to me, it's so insulting that you would put out a product like this to your customers who are willing to spend the money on products that you come out with when all you're doing is repackaging another product. Now, I'm not saying every single makeup product out there is like the creation of the wheel every single time. I'm not saying that, but tweak it a little, make it a little bit more Tom Ford. Even the colors, even the matte colors are almost identical to so many of the MAC paint pots. And I'm not that familiar with MAC paint pots. Again, I had to toss mine and it's been years. I can't even remember when I wore those. But just going online and just looking at the color selection on the MAC site, I was like, well, this pretty much looks like the matte range that Tom Ford is offering. So I'm just really insulted. I'm gonna be returning all of these, mainly because I can't wear them. I even thought, well, if there's like a special color in there, but I can't wear them. I can't wear this formula. It gives me melia. That's my personal decision. And on one hand, I get it. You know, Estee Lauder owns both of those brands, and if you guys know anything about the makeup industry, when a big conglomerate like Estee Lauder purchases a brand, like when they purchase MAC or when they purchase Tom Ford, what they're purchasing is all of the formulas, because that is what is kept under lock and key. That is what makes a company special, is all the time and money and R&D that they've put into a formulation. Now, if Estee Lauder can just come along and purchase all of that, that's what they're going to do. And that's why they pick up all these companies, is so now they have rights to all of these different formulas. I get that. And I can see sharing a little bit. I can see using one formula as inspiration, perhaps. But this just feels blatantly insulting to the customer. So I just wanted to come on here and say that, and I hope I'm not sounding overly dramatic. That's not my point. I just wanted to inform you guys of what I found about this particular product. You know, I'm also not like, I'm not going to cancel Tom Ford. I'm not into that either. As you guys know, I just reviewed the entire Soleil collection. I really enjoy it. And today I put on mostly Tom Ford products because I still like the brand as a whole. I still like the products that they put out. Most of them I find to be high quality. So let me just close out this video by telling you what I did find when I did play around with these shadows, in case you don't have a MAC paint pot to play around with. If you do, just play around with that. You'll know exactly what these feel like. But these definitely have a little bit of a drier feel to them. They are, I want to say, like 99% transfer proof. If you just run your finger over a swatch lightly, you won't get much product transfer. But if you sit there and you kind of rub it, you will definitely get a little bit on your fingertip. I did find them to be waterproof, water resistant for sure. I took like a wet paper towel and I swiped the swatches that I had on my arm and nothing happened to them. They didn't move or anything. And I did find that they set down fairly quickly, probably within 10-15 seconds. If you didn't work the product in, it got increasingly more and more difficult to actually blend out the product. So those are just some things about the product that I found when I was playing around with them. Now let me go ahead and flash a picture of swatches of all the colors that I purchased. I have the 2 matte shades that I purchased on the left, and then I have all the shimmer shades on the right. So unfortunately, that is it for this video. Please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.